Everybody. I'm Susan LaCroix. This is my beautiful daughter, Julie Davison. We're demonstrators with Stampin' Up, and this is Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. If you are new to us, we are mother-daughter, and we've been doing this for a couple of years, and we absolutely love it because we live 2 states apart. So we get together and stamp over Zoom and then share it with you. So today is Sunday, September 17th. And it's been crazy. It's been
Yeah, it always is. I
well,
think we say that every week, and
we
it always is.
we do, but this week in particular is kind of crazy because next week we have some team training that we're doing. It's a virtual training, so
Yeah.
we have been busy preparing and filming as part of the prep team for that. So, whew, it's been crazy. So just
I'm
as a little heads up for next Sunday, our after party. So we will share with you our projects. So
Yes, I'm really excited about Vacation Stamping School. And I know many of you who are watching are going to be attending next Saturday. It is a virtual training that we do for demonstrators. And like Mom said, we're going to have a little after party afterwards, and we're going to share the projects that we've designed for Vacation Stamping School. We're going to share them with you next Sunday. So it's going to be so much fun. But today, both of us are filming not only to share with you for Sunday Stamping, but also we're filming our Vacation Stamping School presentations. And so it's a little stressful and a little extra busy today as we are trying to juggle and do so many things.
yes, but we'll get it done, and it's going to be fabulous. I'm really excited. I think we have
Yes.
so yeah.
I'm super excited too. Well, I think since it is such a busy day, we should just go ahead and start stamping and share what we're going to use today.
I absolutely agree. Go for it, Julie.
All right, I get to share with you today. We are using the Rustic Crate Bundle from the 2023 September through December 2023 Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog. It's on page 46. And with so many things having some inventory issues, just wanted to focus on something that is got plenty in stock. Okay, I say that now, I probably jinxed us. Now it seems like it's fine. It seems like it's under everybody's radar. And so we just wanted to shine a little spotlight on the Rustic Crate bundle. This is such a fun one because it's got imagery for multiple occasions. We've got some greenery and herbs, and we've got the poinsettias and the fall, pumpkins and corn and sunflowers, and then of course the crate. And I'm really excited about this bundle because of the really dynamic dies. So not only do we have dies that die cut the images from the stamp set, but we also have this like wood grain embossing die cut thing with hinges and all kinds of stuff. And I haven't used these dies yet. And so I'm really excited to see how this comes together. And Mom, I'm pretty sure you are going to be using these dies on your project. Is that right?
That is correct.
I can't wait to see how those work.
All right.
Are you using this little label die?
I am not for this one.
I want to just point out and zoom in on this since I don't have a project with it, but they've die cut one in the gold and one in the white or vanilla, and then they layer together. So I just thought that was like really fun to have that sort of label to go on the crate. And then there's also some gardening gloves in there too, that are really fun. So that is the Rustic Crate bundle again on page 46 of the September through December mini catalog. And so this is what we're going to use for our projects today. So Mom, let's scoot over to your desk so you can show
Okay.
us how that crate die works because I cannot wait to see that.
All right. So hello. Here are my things. So we'll just start with just what I'm using. So this is a piece of Mossy Meadow, 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4.25. And I don't know if you can see, but I used the distressed tile
Oh,
embossed
I love that.
on that because this just kind of reminds me of that kind of look. And then for the inside, I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Set that aside. And then this piece, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I was just going through my scraps because I used the new deckled circle dies. And I die cut this circle. And then the next largest one I did in the distressed gold.
Ooh.
Label. I'm going to layer on the front of the card. And then I have a piece of 4 inches by 2 1/2 that I'm going to use the poinsettias for on this one. So I'm going to stamp them and color them and die cut them. So that's what I'm going to use this piece for. And then the piece de resistance is the crate. So one piece scores it and embosses it, or I'm sorry, cuts it and embosses it with this wood grain. Can you see that on camera? Okay.
Yes, you can see it. I muted myself because there's a car alarm going off outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but
No, can't hear
that the wood grain comes across beautifully.
Excellent.
I love that detail.
And then here, this piece is going to go actually this way. Oops. So we're going to put that together. And then I also die cut out in pecan pie. This is wheat. Yeah, it's the wheat one.
Wild wheat.
Thank you. In pecan pie, I die cut out the little handles for the crate in the hinges. And I didn't want to lose them. Like I lost my pumpkin stamp, so they're on a Post-it.
Oh,
Never did find it. Anyway, all right. Let's move on here. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my poinsettias. All right. I saw somewhere someone had said, "Oh, 100 days till Christmas," and I thought, "Oh boy, here we go."
I don't know. That's a good question. How many days until Christmas?
I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and color everything, but I'm just going to point out I'm going to just start it a little bit so that you can kind of see how this all comes together. So I'm using the dark cherry cobbler, and I'm just doing kind of the innards of the flowers. Oh, that's a leaf. Ooh, that's disastrous. And then I'm going to come back in with the light cherry cobbler and just kind of start where I put the dark and just kind of push it around to kind of blend it for a little bit of dimension. I know some people put a layer of the light on and then they come in with the dark and then they go back with the light. And it depends on what I'm doing and what colors I'm using if I'm going to do that. Anyway, you get the idea, right? And I used Mossy Meadow for the leaves. And then when I was all done coloring these, I die cut it out and voila.
Ah.
We get there. Let me get these out of the way. Because I really want to focus on the assembly of this crate and the card. So, all right. So now that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on the assembly of the crate. So these little tabs, you want just make sure I've got this right. The inclination might be to fold them back, but you want to fold these towards the center. I'm going to get my bone folder out here in a minute to finish this, but
it seems like an optical illusion,
doesn't it? So I just want to make sure that these are down well. Okay, so there we go. And then this is going to get adhered to the crate thusly. Thusly, that's okay.
That's so cool,
isn't it? And so I am going to use some glue dots I've tried several different adhesives when I was playing with this. I really wanted to do this whole thing at Hostess Club because several of my customers had purchased it. I thought, oh, good, because I want to use it. And I just ran out of time. So I apologized to them, but we did do a Rustic Crate project. Oh gosh, where'd it go? I thought I had it in my bin here. So maybe, Julie, if I can't locate it in my bin, what I'm going to do is go look for it while you're doing your project.
Yeah.
Because it is really cute. It turned out, oh, I know where it is. There it is. I see it. Because it's with my Hostess Club stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does it?
I
Yeah.
was just thinking, looking around my room, I don't know that I would be able to pinpoint a card across the room. I'm gonna have to do like a before and after picture and do some cleaning in my room because, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm piled into my desk. I've got piles to the right, piles to the left, and like 2 footprint spaces.
Yeah, I've been in your room.
Oh my goodness. It's one of the worst it's been in a while. I think with everything going on, I just keep like
Yeah.
just moving things aside instead of getting everything put away. And I'm so far behind on taking pictures. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. So this is the front of the crate. And so I'm just going to line this edge up with these edges here. And then just kind of follow it down here and over here. Oops. Uh-oh. Come back.
I love that it's 3D, but not in a very big way, so that
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not bulky on the card, but it
Yeah.
still has like this fun dimension to it.
Yes, it does. There it is. Oops. Isn't that fun?
That is really fun.
And it isn't difficult to put together unless you forget a glue dot on one of the edges.
I was kind of scared by it, so I'm glad to see you put it together because it isn't scary. It really is pretty easy.
It really is. It's just kind of, knowing where they go. So, and so these are going to lay. Now, some people will put their images, in so that they're in. I'm kind of, which is why I didn't use the label, but I'm kind of having these kind of hang over the crate. So before I do that, though, I do want to put on our little edges here and put our little handle in. So to do the handle, because this is really a tiny piece, and I didn't want to use the adhesive sheets because I don't want adhesive here. I basically just want to adhere the handles thusly. Boy, I'm using fancy words today.
It is the same one. Thusly.
Yeah. All right. Let me just find so this part maybe will get a little tricky. I didn't want to use liquid glue because I thought that might just be a little too messy.
That's
So,
got to be the skinniest die cut I think I've ever seen.
right? It really is. Thank goodness it's got this top piece to help kind of keep it together. Okay. Oh, come back here. That's why we have different kinds of adhesive, Julie.
Yeah, that's another video. We'll link to it in the video description. We did a whole video about adhesive.
We sure did. Okay. So now I'm going to just kind of place this in here. Come on over here. I want you over there. There we go. Ta-da. Look at
Nice.
that. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to put these on. And this, I'm going to use a little liquid glue. Now the die for this, they look like they're like the same direction, but you got to turn one of them over so that it lines up with the angle here.
Pardon me, but what is it?
What is what?
What is that little piece?
Well, it's kind of like a bracket that holds the wood pieces together. Like these might be two separate pieces of wood. So you want a bracket that holds it.
Oh, across the set. Oh, okay, okay. I'm
Like,
getting it now. Sorry.
no problem. All right, so I am going to use a little liquid glue for this. And you just really need a little liquid glue because you don't want to get it too much. So I'm just dotting on the liquid glue, and I am going to get my hands messy because this piece is so small. So you're going to line it up with the angle. Okay.
I know you told us the colors before, but so wild wheat for the crate, and then is that pecan pie for
It
the
is, yes,
bracket
it
and
is
the handle?
high for yes, exactly, Julie.
Okay.
All right, so this one, it would come out the die the same way, but I'm going to turn it over so that, well, there we go. We got it. It goes the other way, but you'll understand when you do it. You'll see it. It took me a minute. Oh, too much. It took me a minute to figure it out because I kept trying to glue them the opposite way. All right, oh,
So the angle at the top kind of matches the angle of the, okay.
yes, exactly. So there we go. So we have our handles on. We have our crate put together. And we'll put this in when we get it on the card, but that's going to be the image we're going for. So we're going to bring out our card base now. Sure we have a good crease. And I'm going to glue the adhere the two pieces together.
I love those deckled circle dies.
Oh, you get like 14 of them.
And the big one is big. It's so huge.
It's absolutely huge. Okay. All right. So I'm going to lay this, maybe right about here, right? Do I want it up a little bit? Let's see. No, I think that'll work. All right. So now I'm going to put this on our card front. And then I'm going to put this, and I'm going to use seal on our card. So I think I want to put this like coming off a wee little bit. Yeah, right there. Boom. All right. And then I'm going to lay this over here like so.
So pretty.
And I'm just going to put some adhesive along here. Otherwise, I'm going to have a sticky back to the flowers.
You're not going to use dimensionals?
I didn't on the sample, but let's do it. Let's put some dimensionals on the bottom there and see what it looks like. I just figured with the crate kind of popped up, did I really want the flowers popped up? But hey, we're just playing, right? Oh, I kind of like it. Okay, this could be a little straighter. All right, but we're not done yet. First of all, let's do our inside piece before we finish off the front. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted on the front, and I didn't want to put this whole flower thing. So I stamped the poinsettias again and colored one of them. And then I fussy cut it. I could have used the die, I guess, and just, cut it out, but then I'd still have to fussy cut the inner part. So that is just going to go in the corner.
Nice.
Because I have to do it inside. I cannot have a naked inside. So there we go. That's our inside. We're going to put that on the inside of our card, and then we'll finish off the front. Isn't this a fun set? Man.
Your card is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. All right. But wait, there's more. Okay. So I stamped a little for you tag
Oh,
on this, and I'm going to use our pick tool, take a pick tool. Oh, I don't have a cushion thing. Okay, I'm gonna just go off camera for a minute and punch a hole here.
we see you.
Do you really? Okay. Now see now
Don't
that
hurt yourself.
yeah, I'm having trouble getting the hole punched here.
So normally we would suggest using a Stampin' Pierce mat to poke into so that you don't poke yourself.
Yes. There we go. I have a hole. Okay. So I took some of our gold and silver. This is the gold one, but it comes in 2 spools, and this is an online exclusive. But I thought it would be good to make a little thing here. A thing. You got that? I'm going to make a tag. I think I'm almost done.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? Okay. And I'm going to pretend like I'm tying it around that pole, but it's so fragile. I'm afraid I'm going to wreck it.
Anna watches this YouTube channel, and they have these t-shirts that they've made up, and it says words are hard.
I love it. I want one.
I don't know if they say that a lot in their video or if they, are always tripping over their words, but that's funny.
Yeah, that would be me. I trip over my words a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to use it
Oh,
and stick this little tag on. I got to get a new roll of glue dots out here. I'm coming to the end.
that's perfect. Excuse me. Sorry.
Am I boring you, Julian?
You're just so tired.
Oh my goodness. So there is my card. And while the camera is on my desktop, I'm going to run over here very quickly. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just grabbing it.
Hopefully you're grabbing some bling. Aren't you gonna add some bling to this card?
No, I didn't, but I can. Okay, here is the card we did for Hostess Club.
Oh, I love it.
So this is the gingham ribbon that's in the annual catalog, and the 6x6 packet has like 4 colors. And I obviously did the fall pattern and just I cut out the rustic crate. I stamped it in pecan pie, and I have some, I think that's Daffodil Delight. Yeah, Blessed Beyond Measure. Put a little linen thread dye there. Use blends to color. And I did throw some bling, some of these little copper dots, and then just put a piece of the disease. If I had a scrap left over, and put that in. So
Great cards.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Julie, thank you. I am putting something else on this card. This is the Enamel Effects Gold. So we have a metallics pack, and so this is the gold.
So the package comes with 3 colors, is that right? I don't have that one yet.
Yes, and there it is. That's my bling.
Nice.
I almost forgot it. Oh, Julie. Anyway, it takes a while to dry. You can tap it with a heat gun if you want, and you don't want to touch this right now because you'll smush it. And since this is going to Julie, I don't want her gold centers.
No, please don't smush it.
There it is.
Oh, I love them both. The
Well,
poinsettia card though with the 3D crate is really special. I love that.
Yeah. All right, it's your turn.
Okay. I wanted to use a little bit of this paper for my project today. This one is the one from the mini catalog. It's called Oxidized Copper, and it comes in the 2 colors, copper, and then I guess this is like Pretty Peacock, but it's out of stock until October 2nd, I think. So we have to wait a couple weeks. However, a really similar paper is the dry brushed paper that was in the mini catalog in the spring, and it carried over. So this one you gotta wait a couple weeks on, but this one is available right now. It's supposed to be soft succulent and calypso coral, but I thought the soft succulent looked enough like Lost Lagoon that that's what I decided to use for my card. So I'm not using the oxidized copper. I am using this other dry brushed paper that you can get right now. So there's, like I keep saying over and over again, there are still so many beautiful things in the catalog. Even though there's a handful that we're missing, there are some beautiful things that are still available. So the dry brush is a great alternative if you're waiting for that oxidized copper. All right, so my designer paper is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's going to go on the front of my Lost Lagoon card base. And then I have a white piece that's the same size for the inside. I've got a scrap of soft sea foam. This is going to be punched for the sentiment. And then our front piece is 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches, and pecan pie that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. I think I originally intended that to be 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and I don't know what happened, but we're just gonna go with that. All right, so we're going to start by stamping our crate. I'm using pecan pie for that. And this is going to go right in the center. This card is so simple that yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's really just so simple. And it's so simple that I can't even stamp straight. So let's try that again and move it over. That one's a little better, just off center in the other direction. We're going to use, I knew that you had samples with the pumpkins and that you were using the poinsettias. So I challenged myself to make a card with the other stamp, which I guess is like the herbs. That's what I would say. And so I am going to stamp those next, but I want to keep this clean and simple. So no dyes. I'm going to use a sticky note to mask off the top. And I could add a second one here. It's going to get covered up, but it doesn't matter. Because the stamp does have these roots. And so I don't want the roots to show up. I want them to kind of be inside the crate. So I'm going to stamp this over the Post-it in Lost Lagoon ink. And so the roots are on the sticky note, and I can just take it off, and it looks like they are inside the crate.
Excellent.
Yeah. Easy peasy. So we are also going to stamp those on the inside piece. And I don't know where my scrap paper went to. Hold on. Okay. I'm just gonna stamp a little bit here at the bottom.
Aha, nice.
And then at the top, blessed beyond measure.
Aww.
I guess I could have done that in the pecan pie. Oh well. All right. So oh, one more thing to stamp, and then we're gonna do a little coloring. I am stamping the sentiment on, where did it go? Losing my mind. Soft sea foam. And for the front of the card, we're going to use the words, every day with you is better. I love that. So this is in Lost Lagoon ink on the soft sea foam, and then I'm going to punch out with the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. This is one of the online exclusives. I'm going to stamp again because I feel like it didn't stamp very evenly. What is wrong with this? I know you probably don't see it on camera, and I'm just being particular, but I want it to stamp evenly. So there we go. I did it again. Okay, so I stamped that with the circle punch, but before I put the card together, I want to use my marker to color in the herbs. And so I'm using the soft seafoam marker, and just today I received my brand new marker set. I got the subtle markers because Stampin' Up changed the markers, and the big change is in the bullet tip, which I'm not using today. So let me show you. Here is the old one, and mine always seemed to be dry. That's the wrong cap. And the new one has more of a solid tip, and I don't know how well you can see those two marks.
Yeah.
I should have picked a brighter color. Anyway, the bullet tip is bigger.
Yes.
The brush tip is the same, I think. I mean, pretty much the same there. So, let's see, the bottom one is the newer one. It's also a little bit longer. Oh, it's hard to see there, a little bit longer. So that's the new and improved Stampin' Write markers. Now, these are not the Stampin' Blends. These are just the water-based ink. And so we do have two kinds of markers, and I think people use the Stampin' Blends a little bit more. But for little things like this, I like the Stampin' Write markers, especially in the subtles. Those are probably the ones I use the most.
That's
And
really
so,
pretty.
yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of color in here. I should have done this ahead of time. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because my simple part is taking too long.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I will color in the inside one later, so you don't have to watch me color that. But you could always just leave it plain too. I think just adding the light green, I just think kind of like
Oh, that's
finishes it
perfect.
off a little bit.
Yeah. You know what else would finish it off, but unfortunately it's not available, is the Winkostella.
Yes. The Wink of Stella will be back in stock. I forgot the date. It's not too long. All right, I'm going to layer this piece onto that pecan pie. And I don't know. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So instead of doing an even border all the way across, I've just got the two sort of
Mhm.
border pieces on the side. And then we're going to layer everything on the front of the card. This paper is just so special. I have to say, I didn't really use it a lot when it was in the spring catalog because it's so blingy. It's a lot. But I think it's really pretty as the background. And I don't know, to me it just made sense with this
It was a good choice, Julie. That's really nice.
with this set. So I'm just gonna do some regular adhesive on the pecan pie and just center that piece. And then the circle is going to go on with a couple dimensionals. Just kind of over here. Off to the side, I want to add a little bit of linen thread. This is my favorite. I use it so much. It's sort of, to me, it's like the bling. There's always room for a little bit of linen thread, especially on a card like this. I just feel like the linen thread goes with everything. And I'm going to add that on with a little glue dot. I didn't have any on my sample, but what do you think? Should we add some bling to this?
Where would you put it?
Doot, doot, doot.
You could. I like it as, I mean, the background is so shiny and bright that I don't know that you need any more. But
It
you
is so shiny and bright.
could.
I think I'll leave it because it is sort of like with the crate and the, herbs, it is sort of like, I don't want to say rustic, but it is kind of a natural
Well, it is rustic. That's the name.
theme.
Rustic.
Yeah, that's right. The rustic crate. Okay. Well, there's my finished card. I do not have any other
Beautiful.
samples. This is the first thing I've made with this bundle. I haven't used those dies yet, but I'm really loving it. I'm glad that I got it. In fact, apparently I like it so much that I accidentally bought it twice.
Oh no, I've done that. Holy
How
cow.
is this possible? Like the catalog just started. How do I accidentally buy it twice? I don't know. I don't know, but that's how great it is. I hope that you guys agree and that you enjoyed the projects that we shared today. Let's turn the cameras around and we'll show them off together. Oh my goodness. This rustic crate is so beautiful. I love that it has so many images and you can really use it for a lot of different things. So we'd love to hear what you think about Rustic Crate. Leave a comment and let us know. Is this bundle on your wish list? Is there another one that you've got your eye on that you hope that we share over the next few weeks and months? We were going to do those the masks, but I think we have to put that off. If I'm looking at my calendar, next week we're going to do the Modern Garden Suite. And that's our vacation stamping school after party. And then, oh, I guess we'll do the masks the week after that. So Sunday, October 1st, we're going to do those new decorative masks. And those are really cool. And then the week after that is World Card Making Day. So we're going to have our World Card Making Day after party. And we're going to do a stamp along featuring the new Hexagon, Heartfelt Hexagon. So if you want to join us for that stamp along and use the same bundle, make sure that you order that now so that you'll be ready. That's going to happen in just a couple weeks.
As a matter of fact, we will put the order number for that in the description so that you have plenty of time to, if you're interested in ordering it. So yes, I am,
Yeah.
and I have to get my invites out for that event because I'm opening it up to customers and my team. So
Oh, nice.
we had a fun time last year and we'll do a potluck kind of a thing and it's going to be fun. So
That sounds so fun. Well, even if you don't live near mom, the World Card Making Day that Stampin' Up is doing is a virtual event and everyone can register for free. So we'll put the information for that in the video description. If you're near us, we'd love to stamp with you, but if you're not, we hope that you are stamping with a friend and participating in World Card Making Day. I love that we have a special day dedicated to making cards.
and if you don't want to purchase the bundle, it's okay. But it's a free event and you get
Yes.
free card templates and everything. And you can, oh yeah.
So there's going to be 3 projects that Stampin' Up is going to lead us through as kind of a stamp along. And all 3 cards will feature different stamp sets. So there's a flyer. We'll put the link in the video description that tells you exactly those 3 bundles. One of them is the Heartfelt Hexagons, which is brand new. And the other ones are bundles that are already in the catalog. So if you don't have them, you can either buy them before the event or you can just substitute something else that's similar. Use whatever you have at home. So that's the whole idea. You'll cut your own cardstock. They'll send out the measurements for us ahead of time, just like we do with our Sunday stamp along. So it's just, like I said, kind of an after party. We're just going to keep going and have some more fun with World Card Making Day.
We are. So on that note, we're looking forward to the after party with you next Sunday. So
Yes.
until next Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie, have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, Jay.